This song isn't about cheer. It's about surviving December. It's a holiday anthem for people who didn't get the Christmas they hoped for. Welcome. I'm George Tintura, recording artist and songwriter, exploring the meaning in music. This is Songs in Season. Today we're exploring Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This song is the friend you haven't seen for months, but who shows up with warm socks and a mug of cocoa when you're feeling down. You know, every year around this time, the same handful of songs come back around, and we like to pretend it's because they're the best, or because tradition demands it. But that's not really why they stick. Songs like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas survive because they attach themselves to ritual. Not just the holiday, but what we were doing when we heard them. Who was there? Who wasn't? What we thought life was going to look like next year. Written for the 1944 film Meet Me in St. Louis, this song is a doorway into wartime resilience. It points to the historical human need to find a little light in the midst of a heavy season. The melody becomes a kind of emotional hook. You don't just hear the song, you remember a room, a smell, a feeling you didn't know how to name at the time. And that's powerful. Once a song gets wired into memory like that, it's almost impossible to dislodge. And that's especially true with this one, because underneath the shiny arrangements and warm voices, it's not actually a cheerful song. Listen closely, and you'll notice it never promises that things are going to be great. It promises later, someday soon, if the fates allow. That's a very different message than what we usually associate with Christmas playlists. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. That phrase, muddle through, is the heartbeat of the song. It's a burnt toast kind of honesty. In the original version written for Judy Garland, the lyrics were actually much darker. But even in this softened version, the gravity remains. It acknowledges a fundamental grief that the mad rush of the season tries to ignore. When we sing about muddling through, we're admitting that the shiny arrangements of our lives have fallen apart. But here is where the lesson of the song kicks in. It teaches us the difference between optimism and hope. Optimism is a fatally hollow belief that everything will work out because the calendar says it should. It's a joke we tell ourselves to avoid the shadows of life. But hope is much more stubborn. Hope is the quiet courage to acknowledge that the fates may not allow for a perfect ending this year. And yet, we choose to stay present. We choose to make the morning last, even when the night feels bleak. This song isn't sentimentalizing the past. It's providing a useful tool for the unresolved longing of the present. It's a small refrain that says the world is heavy, and you are allowed to feel that too. But don't go yet. We're muddling through this together. That's what the song is pointing to. Not a perfect holiday, but the quiet courage of carrying on together when life hasn't wrapped itself up neatly. Yet. Which might be why it keeps coming back. Because every year, in one way or another, we're still living in the aftermath of something. And we're still looking for a reason to believe the future holds more than what we can see right now. I believe it does. Thanks for exploring this song with me. If this landed with you, leave a comment below. Tell me one song that keeps finding you, or a memory it brings back. Until we meet again, keep your ears open. There's music everywhere.